Welcome, guys. Fresh out of 88. Back again with another update. Check it out. Y'all know I don't do the whole, beginning of the video. Hey, subscribe, like, all that. No, we're going to get right into the update. What's today's date? The 18th or 19th? I'm not real sure. But let's get into it. All right. Okay. Well, first thing I want to start with is I'm still learning how to use the streaming software. I use Streamlabs. So I don't know whenever I do the videos on the live on the Streamlab, it like skips a lot of frames and it just sounds terrible, and I can't use it. So I'm still learning how to use the software. Um, Also, in the meantime, until I can like get really good at the software, I'm just going to bring y'all the updates like this live in person. But anyways, uh, yeah, actually about that, I need to get a new webcam because this one is trash, garbage. So that's pretty much it. Just open up. I need to learn how to use the streaming software. If anybody can give me tips on that, on how to stop this frames from skipping, show me some love. And also, I'm getting a new webcam. Probably the next stream you're gonna see it. The very next stream you're gonna see it. But oh yeah. Before we move along, before I get into this video, check out my simp video. It's simps and how they affect women. Pretty much tell you what a simp is and how they affect women, and also how they affect themselves. And it also explains that simps can be women too. And I might have to add another video on to the catalog because people still had questions about the do's and don'ts about a simp. But so I might do a third video to break down farther on exactly what it is and what is simping, because some people get it mixed up and say, "Oh, you ain't supposed to buy stuff for you." No, that's not what it is. It's specifically going out your way for somebody that don't like you, and they clearly show it specifically. And in some cases, you can actually be in a relationship because you simp so much, and you're constantly simping. That's the only reason why the relationship is going on. That also, like, you could be a simp in a relationship too. So I might have to do a third installment, but moving right along. I met Dr. J at fashion show the other day. It was amazing. Dr. J, the Dr. J. Yeah, Julius Irvin. And I was low key kind of tight because I was actually starstruck, first of all. I'm like, nigga, you Dr. J? You, because it didn't look like the Dr. J from the highlights that I watched. Obviously, right? He's 70 something years old. However, it wasn't that I didn't believe it. It was just like I couldn't believe I was in the presence of Dr. J, the doc himself. It was just motivating to see him. If anybody, which I'm sure is a lot of people that might be seeing this that don't know who Dr. J is, Dr. J played for the 76ers. He's one of the few players that played for the ABA and the NBA and won the titles in both. He played for the 76ers, and I think he played for the Nets, which are now the Brooklyn Nets, but then they were just the New York Nets, I think. Yeah, he invented a lot of moves that every basketball player used today. Like a lot of moves. Like he actually invented, right? I had to look this up too. I'm not just not coming off the top of my head, but he actually invented the dunk to where you run up to the dunk and slam dunk. Like before you used to be under the goal and just jump and dunk it. But he was like the first to actually have a running start and dunk. That's what I read. That's what they said. They said he invented that, like to have a running start. And he also invented the rock the baby. That was my favorite. Beautiful. And then the reverse layup. I think he also a lot of moves. Actually, he actually invented himself, Dr. J. So I got to meet him. Like I said, it was very motivational. If I said that right. Yeah, Dr. J, man, it was just like I can't even tell you how the feeling was. It was just like, you, Dr. J, you, Dr. J. What? All I could see, like when I'm looking at this man, all I could see was his highlights. The reverse layup, and the rock the baby dunk. Like that's all I could see. Real rap. Like I didn't even see him. I'm just seeing all highlights. Just starstruck. That's the picture in the thumbnail on the video. So yeah, it was crazy, very motivational just to be in his presence. Let's move along. I got Manny Pacquiao. If you haven't heard already, he's not fighting Earl Spence. Earl Spence had a detached retina. Um, so he's fighting Ugas, and this is an interesting story for me because Ugas, by the way, he's a Cuban national, 147 championship boxer. I think he's like 28-4, something like that. I'm not real sure off the head. 26-4 actually. And an interesting thing about Ugas for me is that I actually had an offer to fight him years ago, back in 2010, and I accepted immediately. I think it was 2009 or 2010, but I immediately accepted, and they declined, and they decided to fight John Williams, who was he was under the same management company as me. So once they declined, then they accepted a fight with John Williams, and that's history now. But I'm like, yo, he's fighting Pacquiao. Gotta decline to fight me. He's in the ring with Manny Pacquiao. Like he wouldn't even fight me, but he'll fight Pacquiao. That's crazy. So I don't know. We probably meet in the ring one day. Who knows? But not throwing shade or nothing. Nah, but I guess they seen the better option than John Williams. When did John Williams and Ugas fight? Let me see. And you see, I'm giving you all this information before I look it up. Okay, well, it was actually 2013. It was a long time ago either way, 10 years ago. But it was actually 2013, not 2010. So that's interesting right there. Another fighter that also opted out of fighting me and fought my stablemate John Williams is Demetrius Andretti. And I was actually happy because Demetrius Andretti is a big boy. He was a big boy. And John Williams is bigger than me himself. So I was kind of shocked. Like, why would they want to? When they want to fight the smaller guy than the bigger guy? But when I seen the fight, I was like, yo, yeah, Andretti is a big guy because he was even bigger than John, or we call him Spidey because that's his nickname, Spidey. So yeah, Spidey had for Andretti, I think it was like a 6-round TKO. It was pretty devastating for my boy. And I was just like, whoa, that guy big. There's no way he's 154 pounds. And he wasn't. He's probably like 160, 65 by the time they fought. But anyway, moving right along, what we got? So we got Ugas. Like I say, he's a Cuban nationalist from Cuba. He lives in Miami. It's going to be a good fight. I don't want to write Ugas off, but we'll see what happens. He might give Pacquiao a run for his money. Like, possibly. I don't know. It is what it is. Moving on to something more serious. The Afghanistan situation. It's crazy because I'm looking at it like this. The U.S. spent billions and billions and billions and billions of dollars trying to get the Taliban out. And we've been gone a year and they're back. And they're back in power pretty much. You've seen it on all the news broadcasts. They're all talking about it. Afghanistan, 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 Afghanistan. I'm not going to go into what the news reporting, but just to give my spin on it, I mean, you really got to have some sense. Think about all the lives that was lost to get those people out, all American lives, all the money, just for them to return to power. I mean, it just seemed like a complete waste to me. Imagine if we'd invested those billions of dollars into America. But anywho's, enough about Afghanistan. I want to talk about Haiti. Haiti. I don't know if y'all know, but just a few weeks ago, the president was assassinated, which he called it, and then Frenchies, and their portion of the island became the only nation that was formed by former slaves in the world ever. No nation's ever done that before. It's where slaves took over and became ruler of the said land. So it's just interesting how Haiti gets hit with these devastating hurricanes and nothing happens in the Dominican Republic. These earthquakes hit Haiti and nothing happens in the Dominican. Like you don't read a single story about anything in the Dominican Republic, and they're on the same tiny little island. That's like Florida getting the east coast of Florida getting rocked by a devastating hurricane, and not a single wind blew in Georgia. You know what I'm saying? Not even a grass didn't even just fold over, but the whole east coast of Florida is just tore up. It just wouldn't make sense, right? It's weird. But anyway, over 2,000 people already dead, probably more. It was an earthquake and then a hurricane immediately after. So, make sure you send your money to Haiti. Make sure you choose a good foundation. Some foundation are complete scams. If you're going to donate money, food, whatever, but they need a lot of support. I'm doing my helping hand to help out. Make sure you do your helping hand to help out, because the people in Haiti are strong people. I feel like they underestimated a lot as far as what they can do, and I feel like it's also a lot of seeded corruption by other foreign powers, which we're not going to get into that. I'll probably do a Haiti video down the line, but this is just an update. This is just to let you know what's going on with me and what I got going on. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I ain't really got much on this update. However, I do want to wish you a safe and happy evening. Fresh out of 88.